Hey guys, welcome to another episode of F1 2021 Career Mode on the ChesnoidPlays channel. Today, we're hungry for some more action. I can never avoid the puns, I'm afraid. We're off to the Hungaroring, where hopefully we can pick up a better result. Well, rephrase, as good a result as we got in Britain, but hopefully do it a bit more convincingly. Like, do it on merit rather than just kind of lucking our way to a decent victory. Decent victory? Let's not get too far ahead. It was a decent finishing position. I mean, I'd love an Austria all over again, but I don't quite think that's going to happen. So drop the video a like if you're enjoying the F1 content here on YouTube, of course. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. There are a number of you that are watching that aren't subscribed, so do hit that sub button. We're off to Hungary today. As we mentioned, we've had some recent developments with regards to the R&D, and we are now actually better on paper than Alfa Romeo. But being better on paper doesn't always mean better on tarmac. I hope on asphalt this time around we will be better. It's a track I enjoy driving, but it's not always a track that I'm good at, and it is a track that's tough to pass at, so qualifying well is probably going to be pretty important. Let's head to the race weekend. Let's see what we can do at the Hungaroring. Like I say, drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, link in the description down below if you want to watch all of these live. Thank you, Jojo, for the bit. And that is going to be all for the intro. Beautiful sunshine throughout. Lovely. Hopefully we can have a sunny result. 18% chance of rain at the beginning of the race, apparently. That should be okay. That should be okay. It'll be overcast, but I don't think it'll rain. But as you can see there, look. Drag reduction, weight reduction, tyre wear, gearbox and engine power all completed. We've had loads of developments to the car this race weekend. We're that close to completing the rivalry with Nikita Mazepin. Or Nikita Mazepin, sorry. I don't know whether it's going to... It includes today. It says 0 races remaining, but I imagine that's because we're already on the weekend of the Hungarian Grand Prix. So hopefully, we can win that today. But we are going to have to qualify well. So I'm going to go and find myself a setup. And then we shall head to practice. Well, I might as well head to practice. It's an hour long. And then let's go and find ourselves a setup so the car actually drives how we want it to. 1:16.6. Okay.
Program over.
Okay.
But that wasn't much help to us. We need it again, I'm afraid.
1:16.6 isn't bad. I don't feel like 1:16.6 is bad anyway. Right, retire from session. Right, okay. So we've got some resource points from those, but not enough as I want. Not enough as I want. We're ahead to qualifying, but I think I'm slow. 320 resource points is an awful showing. An awful showing. We need more than that if we're going to actually make any difference. My driver acclaim goes up a bit. So Bottas did a 13.3. Honestly, I have no idea where they're finding that time from. Unless they actually have a rocket in the back. I don't know where they find that time. This is going to be like a 1:18 something. It's going to be dead slow. 1:13.6. Where are you finding this time? Jeez Louise. A 1:16.1? Don't tell me my lap... I felt that slow and I did a 1:16.1 when in practice I was nowhere near. I'm just turning too sharply to try and get back on track. Okay, so it's fine. It's fine. I feel like we're in practice. I was nowhere, but I feel like in quali we're actually okay. Tires don't last at all. 20 laps on the softs. We'll go out with 3.5 minutes to go. Thanks for follow Alien License. Right, this is the one. This is the one. This is the one. Told you this was a fucking lap. That's a fucking lap! 7/10! Oh, let's fucking go! That felt good! That felt really good! Yeah, we can put in a lap around Hungary. My God, did I have to concentrate on that? Ah, bloody hell. I could see you in chat going, come on! The focus! This is the lap! Whoa! If I have to concentrate like that for every single lap, I am screwed for the race because I will not be able to do it. But that felt like a really good lap. We are through as a duo as well to Q2 for the first time. I've never reached Q2 before. That was the fucking lap. That was the lap. Let's go. Let's go. We've been nowhere all weekend. I just completely ignored you, to be completely honest, in that lap. And I just concentrated solely on braking point, acceleration, traction zone. And we fucking nailed it. We found 7/10 on that final lap. 7/10. You're right. I don't have any tyres for Q2. Never mind. P16 is still one of, if not actually, well, no, genuinely, this is the first time we made it to Q2. So P16 is our best qualifying performance of the season. That's our best quality of the season. Genuinely. So I've got to be happy with that. What's the grid going to look like? Lewis on pole. 1:12.8 from Valtteri Bottas. Okay. Still mistake. McLaren? Oh, hello. To be fair, Hungary should suit Red Bull more so. So it's not too much of a surprise. They're going 2 by 2 so far. And Stroll and Alonso mixed it up a little bit. Of course, Tsunoda's 11th, my new rival. 14th? Okay, penalties. Penalties for Sebastian Vettel.
They've taken a grid penalty.
So a pen for Vettel and a pen for Gasly as well. So maybe I should have gone Gasly, but Gasly's quicker than me. Gasly's quicker than Tsunoda as well. That's not bad, you know. Oh, it reckons I should go medium, medium, soft. Medium, medium, soft. I don't want to start in the medium zone in case I'm too slow. We will start 14th, yeah, but I don't want to start on the mediums in case I'm too slow. And I just lose touch with everyone in front. I want to get that soft run in first. We'll start on the softs. Mediums, no, at the beginning, I'm going to need to be fast at the beginning. I can't afford to lose those in front because, mainly because, if you bear in mind that it's difficult here to regain your ERS, I'm gonna need to be within DRS range because I'm not going to be able to constantly be using my ERS up to get close. The ERS is going to take ages. To be fair, it does say a 3-stop is quicker. It does say a 3-stop is quicker. Oh no, no it's not. Well, a 3-stop is quicker than that. Oh, I don't know whether the 3-stop. No, hards would be dead. Hards are 1.5 seconds a lap slower. I'm gonna go soft, medium, medium, and I'll try and extend the softs if I can. We'll stick with that. We do expect to be lapped, so we'll drop it down. And I don't think it's that intensive that fuel intensive a circuit either. So we'll go with 108 kilos of fuel. 108 kilos of fuel. Setup is fine. That's how we will start the race. But first, I need to go for a little willy winkle. So I shall be back in a moment after I've had a wee. BRB, and then it's race time. Ocon in P12. There's my rival Tsunoda up in P11. Here we go. And we're off. Jeez, look at the pace of Russell. He's gone. Bloody hell. We're getting swallowed up. We're getting swallowed up. We're going to have to be careful here. Oh, I'm going to follow Mazepin. I don't know why I ever thought that would be a sentence I'd say. But we're up to P13. We're actually gained some positions here. We gained the A position. We jumped our teammate. Oh, I'll run wide there, haven't I? Hello, Esteban. No, Esteban. Not a good idea, pal. Right, time to just hang on to those in front then, isn't it, really? As best we can, anyway. Easier said than done. Mazepin, whoa, Mazepin being up there will certainly do us a favour. Because hopefully he'll back them up a little bit and he won't be anywhere near as fast. Now, I'm mainly going to save my battery for the straight. Mainly going to save my battery for the straight. Because that's really, unless someone makes a mistake, or you get lucky at the end of this first DRS zone, the end of the main straight is really the only overtaking opportunity. So we've got ourselves up to P13 from the start. Mazepin was the one that gave us the idea to just go for the lunge down the inside. It's worked wonders for him. He's in the points in the Haas. I'm not getting much traction out of turn 2. I could really do with the track temperature coming up a little bit, to be honest. He's going to have a look down into turn. The turn at the bottom of the hill. Is he? No, he gave up on it. Is he still? He's still there, but I've got the inside line for the next one. I'm just going to try and force him wide a little bit. Oh, he's contact there between the two of us. He's going to get me. I'll try a switch back, but it's not going to work. I've got the slipstream. DRS has been enabled. Esteban's gone defensive.
1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Try and hang it around the outside if I can. Which we've done well. Right, back into P13 then. Sorry, Esteban. Made a horrible mistake that let you get past me, but now you're back behind me again. Sorry, my dude. They're just getting such bad wheel spin, even on fresh tyres at the beginning of a race. Contact again between myself and Esteban.
Okay, keep on him. He might make a mistake.
Esteban is taking no prisoners today. There was nothing that was going to stop him from coming through there. He decided he wanted to go, and he went. Gap to George is 0.7. Now, I'm not going to use my ERS here. I want to see how much he gains by. About 3 or 4 tenths. Mazepin and Ocon going for it. And I fancy the car in a straight line against the Williams on this short second DRS straight to be able to hold him at bay. Mazepin has been overtaken by Esteban Ocon, who will disappear down the road now, you imagine. I'm not quite within a second of Mazepin over the... Not quite within a second of him. I have to use my ERS a little bit to defend from George. Need to be a little bit closer. It's just always about a tenth away from me, DRS range-wise. Once we get to within DRS range of him, he will be there for the overtake, but I've got to get closer. I've got to get closer. It's getting to and staying within a second of Mazepin that I'm struggling to do. So we've gotten within a second of him now, but through this middle sector, I am slow. Thank you for the subscription. I'll read that in a moment. You can see how Esteban Ocon has just pieced out up front in P12. He's 4.5 seconds down the road now. But we're basically in a battle of the best of the rest. There's like 3 segments of teams, isn't there? There's those at the very front, there's the midfield, and then there's those of us that are involved in the kind of best of the rest, or best of the rest. Not even, no. I don't even know how to phrase it. Best of the rest of the rest. I'm having an absolute mindfuck here trying to figure that out. But the gap to Nagita alert back up to 1.2 as I'm fucking mumbling away to myself. Best of the stinkers, yeah, that's probably a good way to phrase it. We are in a battle to be best of the stinkers. Ourselves, Haas, Williams and Alfa Romeo are all in a battle to be best of the stinkers. And at the minute, oh, it's incredibly hard to race and talk and read chat at the same time. Even the front runners that did their Q2 laps or started the race on those worn Q2 tyres, they've not stopped yet. So we definitely can't be stopping yet if we've started the race on new tyres. As soon as I say that, Ricciardo and a Ferrari are in. And out they come, right into the fire. Ricciardo and Leclerc right into the mix here. It's not a good pit exit for them. Ricciardo and Leclerc. Leclerc's gotten lucky. Leclerc's come out and isn't in traffic. He's managed to get past Mazepin, but I'm fighting Ricciardo for position here. I'm not going to let him just go through, but at the same time, staying with Mazepin is my prime objective here. Not. Daniel, you can't just drive into the back of me, mate. It's not how it works. You can't just drive into the back of me and expect to get past. As far as I'm aware, no damage to me, no. There is rear wing damage on the game this year. We've not actually found an instance where it could affect us yet. And yet Ricciardo has pit for a front wing, but that was his fault.
Pitting.
Sainz and Mazepin going head to head, but we are boxing this lap. I want Mazepin to stay out. Stay out, Nikita, stay out. Fuck! Right, now we need a really good stop. Now we need a really good stop. We need a quick stop. We need a quick stop. We need to be better than Haas in the pit stop. My CG badge changes every year, Alfie. It wasn't a massively fast stop, but we are closer. We are closer to Mazepin. That has gained us some time. Okay, so down to P17 for the time being, but that has kept us within DRS range of Mazepin, or got us back to within DRS range of Mazepin. We lost it as Sainz overtook us, but now we've gotten it back again. Right, so Giovinazzi's in the pits, Callum's in the pits, Latifi's in the pits. We've gained 3 positions, we're up to P14 again. But look at Gasly behind. Gasly is on his way back through after that pit penalty. After that qualifying penalty. But him coming out on mediums as well just confirms that we are on the same strategy as Mazepin right now. And he'll run the same like he'll be initially scheduled to stop the same laps that we are. Try and straighten it up earlier if I can. Gasly's right there, so we're leading our teammate by. We're set to stop on lap 41 next. I'm going for it up the inside of Nikita, forcing wide, and we're through. Back to P13. Probably soon to be P14 again because Gasly's right there. But for the time being, we have taken the Haas, and we are best of the stinkers right now. Gasly's going to have me here. Bye, Pierre. It's fine. We are running a race kind of on our own at the minute. At Silverstone, it was because we didn't have the pace. Here, it's because we do have the pace. We do have the pace to be best of the stinkers. And by a little margin as well. The gap to Ricciardo went from 3 seconds at the end of the first straight, at the end of the main straight, to now less than half a second. And McLaren, pretty quick. That is where I would like our car to be in 2 seasons' time.
Losing 2 seconds a lap to the car behind. 2 seconds.
When we're halfway through season 3, I hope our car is as fast as that McLaren is right now. 2.6 seconds the gap to Mazepin. Let's open that back up again if we can, please. Right, so we're at half race distance now. So at half race distance, the order is as follows. Lewis still leading from Valtteri from Max. Leclerc's in 4th, up 3 places from 7th. Checo down to 5th from 4th. Lando's where he started. Of course. Yuki, the person that I just picked as my rival, is now in P7 after starting 11th. Fernando, Esteban and Sebastian Vettel has gone from 18th to 10th so far in this race, and you dare say he'll probably go a bit further as well. Gasly in 11th, Daniel now 12th, and Lance has dropped to 13th. Not sure whether he's having a tough few laps or not. I'm obviously 14th, and then behind us, Callum is up to 17th, and hopefully closing the gap on George. But I haven't actually checked to see what the gap is, but you can see Kimi and Mick have done their stops, and Carlos DNF'd, and Daniel has still got another stop to make as well. So we are P14 then, which is where you guys need me to be. Well, those of you that said yes in the prediction need me to be, to earn yourselves some channel points. We qualified P16, started P14, and on pace at the minute, you'd say we'd finish P14 as well, but given my evident struggles at this track with this car, I wouldn't write anything off yet. See, Mazepin's had to let Checo through there, so I could take advantage of that and now pit, so I don't have to let Checo through, and he's going to have to let Verstappen through as well. I'm going to box this lap purely tactically because of where other cars are on the track. Mazepin is losing time hand over fist right now. So he's just had to let 2 cars through. Now, if I pit now, I'm going to avoid having to slow down to let those guys through. So effectively, I gain net time on Mazepin. I imagine he's going to pit this lap too. So we should, hopefully, gain about 3 seconds on him here. I expect him to come in behind me. Oh, annoyingly, Checo's come in behind me as well. That's a pain in the ass. But yes, as you can see on the left-hand side, Mazepin and George Russell have both pit from behind me as well. It's a slow stop at 3 seconds. I'm going to have to immediately slow for the Red Bull.
Okay, stay clear of the white line.
There's
on
Callum.
the exit. We'll receive
Oh,
a
look
penalty
out.
for dangerous driving.
We've got some overtaking to do on track. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi right behind. Leclerc there as well. But we've come out behind Latifi and Callum Ilott, who you presume, because I pit and Russell pit, these two will pit this lap now on lap 42. That would be what I would expect to happen. We'll let Leclerc through. Latifi's doing the same. He's just parked it right on the apex. I'll let Lando through too. Oh, fucking... He didn't accelerate! I just drove straight into the back of him.
Blue flag conditions. Create a
Thanks,
gap and let the car behind
Nicholas.
through.
Oh, I didn't realise he was slowing to let Checo through as well. I didn't realise he was slowing to let a third car through, otherwise I wouldn't have accelerated quite so hard then.
There's been an incident.
But Callum's going to benefit from the same thing as me. He's now going to pit. I imagine he's now going to pit, so that he doesn't have to let those drivers through. So he hopefully will gain time. Latifi's going to pit too. He'll gain time on Latifi now. Now Kimi's right behind me, but it's the gap to Mazepin that we're worried about. Which is 2.3 currently. It's so annoying. So all of the time we gained on Mazepin, we just lost having to let those other 3 drivers through, which he didn't because he came out of the pits behind them. So initially it was the right thing to do, but as it turns out, we've actually ended up losing time to Mazepin. Hang on, hold that thought. Sergio Perez is out the Grand Prix. We are going to gain another position, and it looks like it's just a mechanical failure. He's just pulled to the side of the circuit. I don't imagine it's anything other than that, is it? Yeah, his engine's gone. The Honda engine in his car has gone kaput. So that's another place gained, up to P13. Thank you for the 100 bits, Tombo. Some bits to end your suffering. I don't know whether it's been suffering here at Hungary. We have been more mistake prone than most race weekends. But it is a very challenging circuit, and one that is fun to drive. It's just obviously difficult to drive. Case in point. But I have enjoyed it. It's not been entirely pain. It's not like I was just lapping 45 seconds behind those in front and 45 seconds ahead of those behind. Like, I've had to keep my pace up throughout the Grand Prix.
The car behind is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
I've had to maintain my pace throughout the Grand Prix to keep Mazepin and Russell at bay behind, because they've been right with me, no more than half a tenth slower than me on every lap. But on average, if you do the overall race time, they're 3.5 seconds behind me in a 70-lap race. That's less than half a tenth per lap between me and Mazepin, and less than a tenth per lap between me and Russell. Our second best finish of the season. Finished P14 in Silverstone, and we're following that up with a P13 here in Hungary, which we have to be pleased with. We have to be pleased with that. That's one of the best performances we've had. Even though there wasn't much to do on track, we have had a very good performance there, and we had the pace, which is pleasing, leading into the second half of the season. Thank you for the follow, Joseph, Powered Error, Felonius, and Archangel Manny. So I'm happy with that. It was tough to maintain the pace and stay ahead of those behind, but we did it, which is the most important thing.
The drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the silver
Very
arrows
familiar-looking podium. Lewis, Valtteri, and Verstappen on it, regardless of order.
So then, it's time to see how this
It
result
was
affects
Seb
the
that got
Drivers'
driver of the day. Seb
Championship.
finished
It's a great
P7 in
result
the
for
end.
Lewis
That
Hamilton,
Aston
who
Martin,
moves further
that
ahead
Aston
at the
Martin is
top of the
turning into a
table.
very
Now, let's
capable
discuss, and who would you
car.
say is a
P18
contender for
to
driver of the day?
P7. That's a great drive. A great drive. In the driver's standings, Lewis is now 40 points clear of Max. 40 points. That's mad. 40 points clear of Max. Thank you for the £5 donation, Lee. Good races. Thank you, pal. Appreciate it, Lee. Thank you for the donation.
With more Formula One.
So we're P14 in the standings. Sorry, Callum is P14 in the standings. We are P16 in the standings. But Lewis is 40 points clear of anyone else. I think Lewis is going to win the championship this year. We're still P8 in the constructors, although we were only a couple of points behind Alpine. But they've picked up some points, unfortunately. So we are now further behind Alpine. Marcus Alonso. Fernando Alonso picking up another 8 today. And Ocon with 1 as well. That's why they've extended the gap the way that they have, annoyingly. But Yuki gets the nod on us for the rivalry, and that's probably going to be the norm moving forward. Now, it's great that Callum is up to level 8 with regards to his acclaim, but what that does mean is that he's now going to be more expensive. Oh, nice. Callum did the answers as well, and we both got it done. So we've actually gained a lot of money from that now that we've got that third sponsor, which is very pleasing indeed. And we're going to need it because, as I was saying, Callum, now that he's up a level, his contract renewal is going to cost a little bit more. It was previously £1.5 million, and he is now valued at £2 million. And we only have 2.3 million available. So I can't afford to spend any money anywhere else at the moment because I have to renew his contract. I don't really want to go for anyone that's cheaper. I could maybe swap for Schwartzman, who's higher rated. Maybe that's something we could do. He's got worse experience, but better racecraft, better awareness, and they're the same on pace. So maybe we do something left field, and we go for Schwartzman. Maybe we go for Schwartzman after or when we get to the contract renewals. I'm not sure yet. We do have an event here.
We need you to step in and make an executive decision here.
I've been meaning to talk to you. We begin to fall behind on development deadlines. Each one is getting harder to hit, and the burnout after each one is further eroding our chances of hitting the next one. I'll be honest, there's probably efficiencies we can make, but it's hard to get traction on those when we're lurching from one deadline to the next. We just need more time or more people or something. So I can invest in the department, which cost me 50 grand, or I can decline and add more pressure to them. I'm quite happy to add the money.
But you handled it well.
Quite happy to add the money. I don't mind that at all. Right, we actually have got a sponsor, position 3. So we were with Zaynetto, who was answering at least 2 interviews during a race weekend. Let's see what else we could qualify. P10 or higher we won't do. Fastest lap we won't do. Top 12 we won't do. 3 constructors points. Score more points than the team directly above you in the vehicle performance index we won't do. Clean race we won't do. Top 10 finish we won't do. That we won't do. Beat your rival I won't do. Earn driver of the day we won't do. Out-qualify your rival we can't do. I think the Zaynetto one, just renewing that, is probably the best one to go for. So I think I'm just going to renew Zaynetto. As a team complete a total of 10 laps of practice. Well, I'm definitely going to do that. But is that going to pay me more? Not even close. Not even close. Let's re-sign with Zaynetto. We'll re-sign with them. Does the car still look the same, or will I have to re-add those? I'm going to have to re-add those, aren't I think? Yeah, we're going to have to re-add Zaynetto. So we can put Zaynetto back on the car. Now that we know that we're keeping them for the foreseeable future. There we go. And the car will hopefully be faster soon as well, because we've got some resource points to spend. Now, we do have an aero part and a chassis part in development, 30th of August, and they're not going to be ready for the Belgian Grand Prix at all. We do have the season break coming up. So where do we develop? That's the question. Do we go for aero? I'm half thinking I want to go for power with Belgium coming up. That is ERS energy recovery. See, I want to do something power related. But that requires a Spec 1 factory, which I don't have the finances to do right now. ERS isn't a problem. Fuel efficiency isn't a problem. So then I think what we do is go for aero. I think we're going to go for barge boards. 29% chance of failure. Or do we go for front or rear downforce? That's still in development. So let's go for the rear downforce. Oh, no, it's going to take forever, but we'll get it done. We'll improve the aero, and then when we can, we'll improve the engine power as well, because we are going to need that. We are going to need a little bit more engine power. So we've only got 1 day free to do some driver promotion before there's a press interview, presumably with Mr. Will Buxton.
I've been informed that the department has just completed another facility upgrade.
Nice.
I've sent you a message with the details.
Have you, though? No. Thanks, pal. So that's now Spec 1, and that's also fully Spec 1 as well, which is good news. But we don't have any resource points. Oh, I've got 3.9 million now, actually. I could afford to upgrade the powertrain. I need Spec 1 here. Let's just do quality control. It's still Spec 0. We are going to need to upgrade there as well, because the powertrain does need more power. Have you seen the layout for the new track in Miami? I haven't, no. I don't think, anyway. I might have. I can't recall. We haven't got to the contract part yet, Tombo. We haven't got to the contract part yet. Right, let's go to this press interview with Will then. Let's see what he has to say and what we can say in response.
Here we are in the HQ of our newest Formula One team. We've got an awful lot to talk about, so let's jump straight in. A recent survey found that your staff have the highest employee satisfaction of all the F1 teams. That's quite the accolade. In your opinion, what makes you the best team to work for in Formula One?
We pride ourselves in putting the welfare of our staff above everyone else. We've invested a lot in our facilities. It's not just a great place to work, but with an eye towards employee well-being.
Sources inside your team have described the environment as a pressure cooker, with growing concerns about how much pressure your staff are under to hit deadlines. Care to comment?
I don't think that's true at all.
It looks like you have a lot of new equipment at your chassis fabrication plant. Have you been investing heavily in it?
These are just routine upgrades to stay competitive, where the chassis has been a weakness. No, I'm just going to say routine upgrades to stay competitive.
I saw a lot of new technicians in your powertrain department. Is this a major focus for you?
We're not getting as much out of the power unit as we should, so it's a focus for us. Yeah, I'll say that.
Things haven't quite been going your way this season.
Because I am focusing on it now, aren't I?
Able to turn the team around?
I hope so. We haven't been able to get the best out of our power unit. As you know, we're struggling with reliability, aero package, chassis. I don't want to say anything about any of them, really. I want to no comment that. I'll say something about durability, because we're not upgrading there.
Well, thanks a lot for inviting us here. It's been fantastic.
Well, I didn't really want to affect the morale of any of my
The
of any of my morale,
is looking
any of my
very robust
team.
right now. It's time for you to have a think about our profit margin and what areas of the operation might benefit from that money.
Well, I'm waiting, sir. I'm waiting until after we've done the driver re-signing, because then we can spend all of the remaining money where we need to. So let's do G-Force training, up his focus, and aero team building or marketing strategy. Let's do the marketing strategy. And then we can get towards the Belgian Grand Prix. Powertrain upgrade hopefully will pass, which it does. Or no, that's just upgrading the facility, isn't it? So it is Spec 1 now, which means I should have enough, or should have the ability to do the engine power, which I do, but I don't have enough resource points, so I still can't do it, which is a shame. What we will do, actually, is put fresh parts in for Spa, because it is a power track. So we'll put fresh parts in for Spa. Energy store can stay as is, or go to the other one. That's fine. Actually, what was that? 2638. I'll leave it as that one. New turbo as well. 48% in the control electronics. 36% in the control electronics. We'll do that. Gearbox should be fine, and is. Oh, we've got some messages. Development update. Oh, yeah, because of the thingy. Right. Well, for the sake of the YouTube video, that's all for this one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully, you enjoyed the Hungarian Grand Prix, and you'll join me for the Belgian Grand Prix, which will be hopefully tomorrow's upload. If you want to join me for more Grand Prix moving forward on stream so you can watch the whole thing unedited, then there is a link in the description to my Twitch channel, and it'd be great if you came across and joined me over there. That'd be absolutely superb. But for now, that's all for this YouTube video. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.